Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Ugashi Skyman TV. A number of Kenyans are questioning why Raila Amolo Odinga would choose to work with William Samoei Ruto, a man who is on a sinking ship, a president who is actually facing a lot of opposition, a president who can actually not win his second term. And let me ask you, ladies and gentlemen, according to you, what is driving Raila Amolo Odinga to William Samoei Ruto's sinking ship? What is this? And Raila is somebody who is so much experienced as far as politics of this country is concerned. Raila Amolo Odinga is one person who has always fought for this country. But now, he has decided to work with William Samoei Ruto in what they are calling the broad-based government. And they are broadening it every day. What is this? That is the basis of our analysis today. So if you are joining this channel for the first time, and if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please take 1 second, hit that red button, subscribe. And for our viewers, we are very, very grateful for the way you have continued to support us. And if you want to receive notification anytime you upload a video, kindly hit the notification bell. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome again. One of the main reasons that many people do not talk about, if you look at the country today, if you look at the politics of our country today, you realize that it is the Gen Z who are going to determine who will be the next president. There is a kind of president that the Gen Z don't want, and there is a kind of president that the Gen Z wants. I want you to look and pay very close attention to 3 individuals. 1, Okiya Mtata, Fred Okengo Matiang'i, and David Maraga. If you look at those 3 candidates, the 3 individuals, they are the favorite of the Gen Z. In fact, the most favorite is Okiya Mtata, followed by Maraga, and then Matiang'i. If you look at those 3 leaders, Raila comes nowhere closer to their character. If you look at those 3 gentlemen, Raila and these 3 gentlemen are as different as day and night. They are actually, when you look at their philosophy, when you look at their conviction, when you look at their modus operandi, you realize that these 2 gentlemen are completely different. And one of these gentlemen is going to be the next president of the Republic of Kenya. Okiya Mtata already formed a presidential committee to look at the possibility of his candidature. Fred Okengo Matiang'i is resigning from World Bank and is joining us. He's a Jubilee candidate. Maraga has not declared his interest, but the way he has been talking, it is very clear that that is something in his mind. So if you look at these 3 characters, where do you put Raila Amolo Odinga? Where do you put Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka? Where do you put William Samoei Ruto? You see, they have no position. They don't fit anywhere. If you look at the Gen Z, and you look at these individuals, you see a number of things in common. 1, these guys are very, very strict. Very, very strict. Maraga is the one who nullified the 2017 general elections due to illegalities and irregularities. Look at Okiya Mtata. Okiya Mtata is always in court corridors, fighting for the common man, talking about the constitution, talking about the law, talking about order. Look at Matiang'i also, a very strict individual. Can Raila fit the bill? 0. Can Ruto fit the bill? 0. Can Kalonzo fit the bill? 0. And then you ask why William Samoei Ruto and Raila Amolo Odinga are working together? It's because they know very well that because it's the Gen Z that constitute about 70%. 70% of this country constitute of people who are actually the Gen Z, the millennial, and they are the one who are going to determine who will be the next president. Number two, you look at it very clearly, you realize that these guys are result-oriented. Is Raila Amolo Odinga result-oriented? Is William Samoei Ruto result-oriented? Zero. Again, when you look at these three individuals, you realize that they are no-nonsense. No-nonsense individuals. That tells you what the Gen Z want. They want a benevolent dictator. Somebody who is going to work for the good of this nation. Somebody who will do anything for the country to realize its objectives. The Gen Z want a working nation. They don't want to see a talking nation. Gen Z want somebody who will stick in office, working for the nation to realize its goals, its national goals. If you look at Raila Amolo Odinga and William Samoei Ruto have one thing in common. They talk too much. They do very little. If you look at these two leaders, you realize that most of the time they are campaigning instead of working for the people. If you look at these two leaders, you realize that they have another issue in common, the commercial interest. So the commercial interest is also something that is bringing Raila Amolo Odinga and William Samoei Ruto together. It is not in the interest of Kenyans. And therefore, Raila Amolo Odinga understands very clearly that the Gen Z cannot vote for him. Just like they will never vote for William Samoei Ruto. Just like Kalonzo Musyoka will struggle to convince them to vote for him. That is why they have identified somebody who is incorruptible, like Matiang'i, Maraga, and Okia Omtata. Remember, Okia Omtata said he refused 10 million. When Gachagua was being impeached, how many Kenyans would refuse 10 million? 10 million, and they would say no. And that is Okia Omtata for you. I remember Maraga, when he was saying he took the Bible and swear that I have never taken a bribe, and I will never take a bribe. Matiang'i has been mentioned here and there about corruption, but these are just allegations. These are just allegations. So when you look at the Gen Z want a performer. The Gen Z want work to be done. The Gen Z want somebody who is after the interest of the nation. Is Raila Amolo Odinga a performer? Let me ask you, according to you. Again, when you look at these three individuals, you realize that all of them have been schooled. I'm not saying that Raila has not been to school. Raila is educated. He's an engineer. William Samoei Ruto is a PhD holder. We don't dispute that. Subject to discussion. But what Kenyans are interested with is competence, excellence, determination, patriotism. Yesterday, I heard Rigathi Gachagua accusing William Samoei Ruto of commercial interests in this country, Sudan, and why he's working with the labor movement. This is because of commercial interests of gold, that is mango gold, and then it is taken to Dubai. And the Gachagua was saying this in KTN. It shocked me. It shocked me because according to Gachagua, you know, these days I said I will listen to every word that Gachagua says, because I told you that if a crocodile comes and tells you that the hippopotamus is sick, would you dispute that, ladies and gentlemen? Yet both of them live in waters. Guys, why do you think the Gen Z are interested with these three individuals? And why do you think Raila Amolo Odinga won't work with William Samoei Ruto? Birds of a feather will always walk together. Have a blessed day.